Hey everyone, this is Micah Bergdale running for New York 12. I wanted to record a quick video to really highlight a question that I keep getting asked over and over again in the wake of the shooting of Renee Nicole Good. People are asking, what can we do as New Yorkers? Aside from showing up at protests, letting our voices be heard, what can tangibly be done? And the thing that I talk about because of my experience within the transit industry is that we need to demand from the MTA, from our state legislatures, from the city council, that we do not have defense contractors also controlling the entrance system to our subway system. And the ability for that company to collect massive amounts of data when they also have contracts with military and Department of Homeland Security providing training, providing edge computing, providing surveillance technology for their own operations. It is way too easy underneath this administration for them to be able to go to this defense contractor that would have a massive amount of money online and say, you need to give us this data or we're going to cut your contracts. We need to preempt this. We need to make sure that unless Cubic is willing to divide up their company into two separate companies where the transit part of the company and the defense part of the company have no connection whatsoever, that we need to find a new contractor. And Cubic is up for a contract right now in order to replace all of the turnstiles when you walk in and out of the subway and replace them with gates. They're competing against two other companies. My opinion, this contract and this demonstration was really set up for Cubic to be able to win it. I've seen the other two companies that are competing against them. Unfortunately, they just do not seem to have the same level of technology. There are other better companies that are out there. This is, again, my background. I've studied this. I've worked on it. I've actually developed patents around Fairgate technology, crazy enough. And I can tell you right now, the amount of data that they are going to be collecting as you end up going through that gate, including body scans, including potentially identifying who that person is and being able to share that with authorities, that is dangerous, dangerous stuff, particularly because they have the defense contracts. If they didn't have the defense contracts, I'd have less of an issue with it because it could be isolated and siloed and you'd have better control over it as MTA. I know MTA has contracts that theoretically protect our data, but I'm sorry, MTA nor New York State is going to have the capability to prevent the Trump administration from putting pressure on a contractor like this from being able to share that data. If we want to have a meaningful change, one of those steps is making sure that defense contractors are not being subsidized by New York taxpayers, New York subway riders. If you agree with this, show up at the meeting for MTA on January 28th. Contact your state assembly members, contact your state senators, show up at their local offices, go up to Albany, have that conversation. We need state legislation as well as city-based legislation that says this is illegal, it is wrong. We're not going to have defense contractors controlling the entrance and exit of our subway system. It is too risky and too dangerous. Thank you so much.